Good morning, everybody. Just recently awoken, and yeah, time for my review of Clockwork Planet Episode 6. Now, when it comes to the actual, I don't know, story quality, episode quality, whatever, I guess it wasn't really that great, but I had fun with it. I enjoyed it for what it was, which is kind of what we've done with this show every week. It's one of those things where it's just not a great show. It's not bad or anything. I've never really thought it was bad. But, yeah, it's not great, but you can still just enjoy it, like it for what it is. So, starting from the very beginning, we see Anchor using bloody murder, which apparently just causes this cube to become an orb of just destruction, and also it can turn invisible to make it harder to see where she's attacking, and all kinds of other spatial shit. Funny, right from the beginning, Halter screaming, "Dodge!" Naoto. I put Naozu and I combined Naoto and Ryuzu's names in my notes. Naoto can apparently hear thoughts now, but whatever that is, I guess it's because she's a automaton, but still, whatever. Apparently she manipulates dimensions or some complicated shit. She pulls out a resonance cannon because damn OP, Anchor is damn OP. And that's, again, just a common thread throughout that fight, was that Anchor was damn OP, and honestly, I thought the fight was done pretty well. I thought it was fun to watch. So they retreat, Naoto and Ryuzu retreat to the deep underground, and we had a big thing that in this episode is kind of a half flaw, because, I mean, to the characters, they think they're dead, but, I mean, it was incredibly obvious that they weren't going to be dead. So, to me, that it's not really a flaw because it makes sense in the context of the show, but they were obviously not going to be dead. So then, yes, all of my yes, we get a Baguette shower scene. It is all I have ever needed. But there was some depressed barfing going on during it, so I guess if you're into that, okay. But okay, shower scene at least. We see the governor of Mie, and he gets kidnapped by, yes, once again, Bodysuit Baguette. It is once again something I didn't know I needed, but now that I have seen it, I know I needed it. Too sexy 5me. But apparently, from what the information he gives is, and this is incredibly over-complex, so I was like, even I was struggling to completely follow the logic here, but I tried to keep up with it. Apparently the Shiga military, and Shiga being the place that was purged 30 years ago, the Shiga military did it on purpose, and there are some remnants of them, and they're the bad guys. They were researching electromagnetic stuff, and that's what caused the purge. And apparently they can just purge gears whenever, so they were like, yo, Mie governor guy, work for us, at least don't tattle on us to the big boy government, or we're gonna purge your gear, kill all your people. So the weapon that they found and thought wasn't functional is functional, because it is. Just no real reason there. They just said, yeah, it is, it's functional, and then, ooh, shocked Baguette. But either way, the government, of course, is planning to kill Mie, and again, this is really confusing, but they're planning to kill all of Mie and purge it, and say that, oh, that's where the bad guys were, they're bad guys, so that the government can get trust back, since they lost a bunch of trust from that Kyoto incident. And, man, that was confusing, and not all of it makes total logical sense, because do they know about Shiga? Or the Shiga remnants? Is that why they're trying to make them into a bad guy? Is Shiga working with the actual government and planning to be the bad guy to kill Mie? Like, there's a lot of it that it's like, it's so needlessly complicated that a lot of it doesn't completely add up. And you just have to say, okay, main characters, good guys, other people, bad guys, watch. So, that's basically where we're at here. Baguette is then thrown into despair. Naoto and Ryuzu are alive, of course. Ryuzu was funny with, just, again, her comments, with being mad that it was raining on her, or saying, Naoto, have you finally learned how to learn? Like, Ryuzu's comments like that make the character enjoyable, even though the story could be fine without her and Naoto, to tell the truth. But they mentioned that there's this old man living underground, or in the deep underground place where they fell to. And their plan is to next go to Tokyo and, I guess, try to stop the fighting, but they say they're going to attack Tokyo. So either way, good guy stuff. And they're going to save Anchor. Big thing is they're going to save Anchor, beat up some bad guys story. So that's where we're going with that. But yeah, and speaking of what I said just a second ago about Naoto and Ryuzu, I read through the comments of the episode after watching it, and all the comments have been things that I've kind of said a few times, where it's like, really, if we just focused on Baguette and Halter and just said, Naoto and Ryuzu aren't really good characters and didn't even have them from the start, of course we'd have to write some things differently, but the show as a whole would probably be even better. Or would definitely be better, I would think, just because the scenes with them. You look at the scenes with Marie and Halter, and with Marie in general, there's character development, emotion, they're moving somewhere, they're trying to save the world, do this good thing, whatever. All the scenes with Naoto are just him screaming about simple stuff, not even like the main point kind of stuff. It's either him listening to stuff, which they could have just given, if we were writing it differently without the characters, they could have given a tool to Marie that could do that. So he just listens to things, and when it's not that, he's just screaming and complaining about something that isn't really part of the main problem, and Ryuzu is kind of just there in the background. So yeah, I think that as characters, the two of them actually drag the show down. It's like actively less fun to see scenes with them than scenes without them, and scenes dealing with other characters. So that is not a good thing to say about what they're trying to make seem like the most important characters. Sorry, I just brushed my hair out of my face with my notes, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. They're trying to say that, they're the most important characters, but really they don't ever do much of anything unless they're needed for Deus Ex Machina stuff. It's all Marie that's carrying the actual plot. So, yeah, I don't know. I've come to not like them, because at first, and everyone was saying it in my comments on my videos every week, Naoto screams everything, it's so annoying, and that is annoying, but it's almost annoying me even more now that they are just actively hindering the plot, or the scenes with them have no plot. I think that is even worse than the screaming, is that the two of them just don't have plot, like Marie and Halter and just everyone else. But either way, episode as a whole, some thoughts. It's a bit convoluted and needlessly complex. I still enjoyed it. But yeah, their whole thing was so complicated, and there were so many like logical holes kind of in it, that, like I said, you just have to suspend disbelief and be like, okay, the story they're telling is all full of holes, so good guys beat bad guys, watch. Yeah, that's it. Story-wise, it's not sound, it's not very good, but I still enjoyed watching it. The animation I thought wasn't bad. I thought it even maybe looked better than usual for this show. The OST is weird, but I've come to like it. I've liked the style they have. It's very different, but good in its own way. We had so much sexy Baguette. Best part of the episode, best part of the show. So much Baguette. And I feel like what they were going for with that story and everything, that was needlessly complex and everything, and with the episode as a whole, and the emotions from the fake-out death for Naoto and Ryuzu, that we obviously knew they weren't dead, I feel like I see what they were going for, and I respect what they were going for, even if they didn't really achieve it very well. Like, it wasn't super technically sound as an episode, or a story or a show, but I had fun. I had fun with it, so I'm gonna still give it a better than average score, just because, like I said, I did have fun almost the whole way through the episode. 6.5 Bodysuit Baguette, shower in the robe too, nude, and barf scenes out of 10. So many weird fringe fetishes being hit for people today. 6.5 out of 10. that's it, I guess. So either way, like if you like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. I've seen most people commenting, kind of, again, echoing the same things as me, where they're like, I've been liking it, but it's just one of those things you kind of watch and it's not very good, and you have fun with it. And that's where I am right now. So like, comment, subscribe for more. Clockwork Planet, tons of other anime and manga and stuff. Light novels as well. Follow on Twitter if you want. Try to keep you updated there and stuff with the channel. That is it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.